So if we showed the same message, just brand messaging to both of those demographics, we really wouldn't get really positive performance. It was really when we segmented out these campaigns in our ads by purchase trigger, by pain point, that we saw significant growth. Demographic specific creative really should address unique pain points for each segment. I had a client that was in the service industry, health and wellness, and they offered a wide range of services, some for men 60 plus, some for women in their 20s, some for middle-aged women. And what we found for this client was that it was super helpful to segment not only our campaigns by demographic, but then also our creatives as well. The pain points that 20-plus-year-old women were experiencing that then needed to go in to this provider to get their symptoms and their pain points fixed were so much different than men 50 and 60. So if we showed the same message, just brand messaging to both of those demographics, we really wouldn't get really positive performance. It was really when we segmented out these campaigns in our ads by purchase trigger, by pain point, that we saw significant growth. So for all of our clients, I do think that it's super important to really take a step back and do some research, do some audience research, use first party data to really analyze and see who exactly is your target customer. And then not only use Meta's demographic targeting and detailed targeting, but then also take a step forward and use your creative and your ad copy and your messaging to speak very specifically to your targeted segment. Especially now in the age of automation with Meta, we tend to see that Meta at times can even take your creative and your ad copy into account when showing your ad to users across the platform. So it's super important to focus on those pain points and purchase triggers for those specific segments in addition, because at the end of the day, you're going to see your CPCs go down, your CPMs go down, engagement go up, and really move the needle for those bottom of line KPIs that your clients focused on.
Definitely. And I think we've talked a lot about clients that have a wide range of demographics, but something we didn't quite mention is when a client has a very, very specific demographic, but they want to expand and how important creative is into that process. I have a client, for example, in the fashion industry, and their core demographics for the past 50 years has been women 60 plus. It's a little bit of a higher end product, and it has just really resonated with that demographic, but they really want to expand beyond that to women 35 to 60. And so we couldn't just show them the same creative that was really focusing on the luxury and, the quality of things, because it wasn't really going to be resonating with the younger audience. And so what we did is we took a look at some other competitors within the area, how they were speaking to younger demographics. It was a little bit more of like, we know it's a little bit expensive, but this is why you should get it, because it's long lasting, it's quality, it's not going to go out of style. And so it almost seemed like an investment. And then in addition, we utilized some, you mentioned earlier, like key catchphrases and like the vernacular of the younger audience. We utilize that a lot in our creative to talk about like basically kind of like showing confidence within the ads. Like, you want this. We've had 100,000 of these sold. So it's almost like a need to have product. And so I think that's a really great example of, we had this one demographic and they were responding to creative, but let's explore a little bit more. And we definitely saw that demographic has, grown exponentially in the past 3 months since we launched the ads. And it definitely, the algorithm within the account is sort of picking up on it a little bit, but we definitely don't want to take that. We want to take that with a grain of salt, and continue to build off of the learnings that we have within that younger demographic.
Yeah, I think that's a really great call out, especially when expanding into new demographics. You can always look about your positioning, because obviously how you're going to position your brand when you're speaking to 60 plus is so much different than 30 to 50. So I think that's super great. And then I think something really cool that we do in our creative department and across all of our clients is really take a test and learn approach. For all of our creatives, we'll build them out and specific to demographic or interest or pain point, but we always test and learn. So when we launch these initial rounds of creative, we're going to get some really helpful insights that can then inform future creatives. We never want to take a step back when we're launching new creatives. We never want to launch one version of creative and launch the same thing a month later with no changes, because that's not going to get us anywhere. It's so important to take the creatives, run a test for the creatives, a structured test for the creatives, and then use those learnings to build and create new variants so you can learn more and more about your audience, especially when you're branching into new segments.
I mean, and also when you think about it this way, frequencies or how many times people see ads in a singular audience can be for prospecting can be up to like 3 or 4. So it's important that if you are launching new creative, it's not the same, because clearly that didn't convert for them the first time. And so what can we build off of this, and where can we go next to make sure the results keep growing?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I think lastly, something to mention as well is we've talked a lot about the creative on platform, but when we think about the user experience as well, you really have to think about where you're sending them. So if you're sending them to the same, landing page as a different demographic, it might not speak to it. So we utilize collections a lot. I know you mentioned it with your client earlier, sending them directly to the product page or to a different collection that's going to be resonating with that specific audience more, just so that all the hard work you did on the creative on platform isn't going to fall apart when you get to the website. The user experience is clean and it's simple, and it's continuing to push for conversion.
Yeah, I think that's so great. And also too, I feel like something that could get a little misconstrued is brands think that when we are adapting our creatives for that demographic relevance, that you're losing your brand identity. But I really think that there's a happy medium where you can customize your ads for those demographics, you can speak to their pain points, but you can also keep your branding. You can use your brand colors, your brand language, and make sure that it's staying on point, but you're using all of those elements to kind of customize it towards those demographics. So I think that there's a really happy medium between skewing brand identity and then skewing demographic relevance. I think there's a really nice spot in the middle where you can use both elements to drive really great success for your ads.
You can adapt.
Exactly. We implemented this across the board for all their different product lines, all of their different customers, and we saw really great success out of the gate, really significant year-over-year gains